In this one, we're going to try to chase 160 runs with no batsman. I don't know how hard this is going to be, but it might be hard considering couldn't even get bat on ball on that relatively easy ball to play, back of a length. They've gone for a very old school 2010s like feel with a deep third and a deep fine leg. We'll get our first run, but still no bat on ball. Flicked, and there we go. Finally some connection, and some real good connection as well. We'll be able to come back for 2. So far so good. The required run rate of course is only 8. Oh, that's a good drive. Well, that has come from the bat of an opening batsman. Batsman or not. 4 runs of this over already. Bowls a short delivery. Nearly dragged that all the way from the wide line back onto the stumps. That's been driven off the middle, and I think this should run away for 4. Yes, it does. What a wonderful start so far. This has been timed so well. Flicked away. Again, some awesome timing. We might actually have more than a chance here. Another boundary. 12 for no loss. 9 deliveries. Haven't taken a single rest. But we've already scored 2 amazing boundaries. It just pinged off the face of the bat. Oh, playing a mess. A little too far away. That wasn't even full. So maybe should have stuck on the back foot. Little early on that, but won't matter. We'll still get around to a single. Just need to accelerate a little bit, maybe take a few rests, but I mean we are getting runs just like this. So why bother taking rest and maybe also losing wickets? That short and wide ball is just so annoying. That's the worst ball in cricket, and you cannot get bat on ball in this game. Started off well, but you kind of slow down. Little punch down the ground. It doesn't even cross a 30-yard circle. That's what I expected more of. The ball to go absolutely nowhere. Short ball. Bat onto the shoulder. Will sneak through for a single. Only 3 runs of this over so far. It's gone. That has come back in sharp as well. What did I do wrong? It was there to be punched off the back foot. But you just have to be careful when you're playing shots like this with batsmen who have no batting ability. Chahal goes for just 6, and we are already 1 down. That was on almost full toss. I think we'll still have to hurry through, put in the dive to get 1 run. Bumrah 8 of 12. We started off well, and look at this now. We're just playing and missing at everything. That's a full toss. Oh, come on, you. Well, at least it doesn't carry, but I couldn't believe my luck. I picked a full toss and I hit it to the one fielder deep on the offside. Almost hit it straight to him. That's been flicked away nicely. It should be at least 2. Hopefully it runs away for 4. I don't think it will. Stop to the last second. We must still be able to come back for 4. No, we won't. It'll just be 3. Not bad. That's come back in as well. Another straight run. This time at least it beats the 30-yard circle. And we'll come back for 2, maybe 3. No. The batsman running towards the bowler's end was slow. That's been flicked from way out on the offside. That mistimed as well. At least it's in the gap. That's it. And finally I think a boundary. After quite a long time, 3 or 4 overs, I think we finally managed to put 1 away. We're looking good. We've only lost 1 wicket. Not scoring at a great pace though. That's the problem. Oh, come on. That was back of a length. Instead of pulling it, he goes for a hook. And I ended up losing my middle stump. I guess this is not a very hard pitch. It is just almost skidded through. And I end up looking real dumb. Outside edge, and that is in the gap. Well, if we can get runs this way, it is completely fine. Because we've not been getting a lot of runs off the middle of the bat. That's come back in. Wait, that was a big inside edge. The umpire raises his finger, but I'm going to review it. I think that was a clear inside edge. Hopefully it's not bad, then back onto the bat. Yeah, that's a clear inside edge, and it is definitely bad first as well. We should get away with this one. Yep. The decision is reversed. Short ball, outside edge, and that will be another boundary. Almost the run rate is at 6, almost. Now the short ball, this time went for a pull, and yet another boundary that comes off an edge. Half our runs have come by just sheer luck. That is a leading edge this time. We've seen edges of all kinds, inside edges, outside edges, now a leading edge. Now a top edge. They have a fielder very fine, almost straight back behind the keeper, but even he won't be able to stop that. 5 runs now, just have to sneak some singles, twos. This might actually run away. It might. Yes, it will. Pretty good over so far against Tung, who's already picked up 2 wickets. That came in. Can I come back for 2? We have 2 fast bowlers at the crease, but not fast enough. That's been driven on the up, but straight to the man. No overthrows either, so it'll be a dot ball. Still not bad at all. 10 runs of that. I tried to drive that off the front foot. Almost a half tracker. At least we won't get out on that. 8.4 overs gone. Inside edge. Our luck just was bound to run out. We've been getting away with so many edges, and finally something goes to hands. We've actually managed to not lose too many wickets, and because of that though, we have slowed just a little too much. 24 of 29, not enough. That's been swept. It'll still not beat the infield. There's no one outside the 30-yard circle on the leg side. Find the gap. It's most likely a boundary. That was just way too fast. Where did that come from? Short ball. Try to be a little too cheeky. Look at how fine that has got. The run rate is now exactly at 6, and the required run rate is exactly at 10. That's not too good, but at least we have wickets in hand. This one was flat, went for the reverse sweep. We can get a boundary if we find the gap, but first we have to time the ball well, then find the gap. We've not been able to do either. Another half tracker arm ball. I think these balls just are annoying. You can't do anything against them. Yet another dot ball. Come on, at least flight the ball up. Yes, exactly like that. That wasn't that far away from the fielder. He timed it so well. But of course it has come from the bat of a bowler, so it's not going to go all that far. Another one of these arm balls, half tracker arm balls, misfield, but not enough for us to steal a second. It'll just be one. Went for the reverse sweep yet again. This time I think the ball was just way too fast, and I've gotten myself out. LBW. The reverse sweep from this angle should work, but he's just been bowling these darts. And there's no point reviewing that. That was a straight arm ball that's hitting middle of middle. That's been tucked away. Can we come back for 2? We will. We've not been able to sneak a lot of 2s either. And of course we haven't been able to score boundaries. So runs just have not come at all. Especially for a T20 match. 11.169 for 4 is not enough. At least we didn't lose too many wickets in the beginning, but now we're starting to lose wickets as well. This time it'll just be 1. I thought you could steal 2 again. Come on, now we should be able to run hard and get 2 on the leg side. But of course leading edge will just be 1. Try to hit that hard along the ground. 4 runs of 3 balls. That was a picture perfect Yorker right underneath the bat. No, that was very clever bowling and really dumb batting. Look at where I tried to flick it from. Just inside the wide line. That is actually pretty good bowling, considering how the AI bowls most of the time. Try to go inside out, yet another edge. At least this time we'll have enough time to just scamper through for a single. Only 5 runs in that over. Another disappointing over. Come on, flight the ball up. Nope, nothing. Is just gonna drag the length back. At least this one was slow. Bashir has been a headache. There we go. This was full, but I think it was just a little too slow. Beats me in the air. Inside edge. Well, he's been bowling way too well. And that will be his 3rd wicket. Goes between bat and pad. Gets the inside edge. And back onto the off stump it goes. We are 5 down. Not that it matters because we've been batting with bowlers since the beginning. Another swing and a miss. What am I even supposed to do? That was there to be hit. Flights it up. Another inside edge. And this time it'll go to the keeper. And well, we are crumbling here. Against spin, we have had no answers. I've been swinging and missing. Either that or inside edging the ball back onto the stumps to the keeper. That's been tucked away nicely. Can we come back? This is our only hope. If we can get like 3 or 4 twos like this and maybe a boundary here or there, that's the only way we're going to get close to this target. Leading edge, look at that. That ball really moved. No overthrows either. And on this day, the AI decides to field well. Short and wide. Well, finally managed to get some bat on ball. There we go. Finally an overthrow. If he throws to the baller's end, I think we might still be in trouble. Thankfully, he won't. 79 needed in 6 overs. 6 overs and a ball. Well, now we might actually be run out. If the fielder was even remotely as fast as a normal fielder, that would have been gone. Last over of spin, but this is gonna continue. Swing and a miss after swing and a miss. At least he is gifting us some runs. Half tracker. This ball is really effective. If it was on direction, it would have been either a dot ball or probably would have been bowled. Another bouncer almost. Come on, how did I manage to get out on that ball? Good timing as well. Try to cut it off the front foot. That is probably the only wrong thing I did. Man, the keeper has been taking so many catches, and every single time we should have actually found the middle of the bat, but here we are. 7 down for just 86. This is why you need a batsman. Now I'm not even trying to play lofted shots, but still playing and missing. 4 wides of this over, and that's the only source of our runs. Inside edge yet again off a full toss. What are you doing? And there we go. Yet another inside edge. 86 for 8. How did I manage to get this back onto the middle stump? This is a talent in itself. Actually back onto the leg stump. Akashdeep goes for a duck. We have 5 overs left. 74 runs needed. Required run rate is almost at 15. Well, at least against pace we are going to get the odd single or 2 or something like that, instead of losing wicket after wicket. Full toss. That was there to be hit, and I did try hitting it, but it's not going anywhere. Edge. That's a really good ball. I think that's one of the few dismissals that have actually looked real. Instead of inside edges going back to the keeper over and over again. One-handed take, and we are 9 down. We are probably not even going to make it to 100. Full. Another attempted swing. Edged and gone. We won't even make it to 100. We've been bundled out for 95. And well, as I said earlier, this is why you need batsmen. The ball just refused to go anywhere after the first 4 or 5 overs. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to see me try to win after being followed on, click the video on screen. So we have to bat, get the lead to 0, and then give our own lead, and then get the team all out. We tried doing all of that. Did we succeed or not? Click the video on screen to find out. For now, like, comment and subscribe for more Cricket 24 videos and updates. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.